Anagaru, hearty welcome.
Good evening to all.
So, I would like to invite today's our eminent resource person, Dr. D. D means Deshabhoina Nagaraju Garu, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Government City College, Nayapul, near High Court, Hyderabad. Dr. D. Nagaraju sir has huge experience in the field of plant sciences, and also sir has written so many books, especially Telugu Academy books, degree Telugu Academy books, environmental science, ecology, biodiversity, and lower plants. First degree, first semester and second semester books. And also, sir has participated so many national and international reputed conferences, and also presented a number of papers, and he has published so many papers in mycology, especially in mycology. So, my dear Nagaraj sir, please welcome and share your screen and start your session. Yes, I have allowed sir. Welcome.
పోసుకుంటున్నావా? ఇది పోసుకోకుండా అది ఎందుకు పోసుకున్నా?
Okay, is it audible?
Yes, it is clearly visible.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Sir,
Is it audible or not?
it is clearly audible. Please
Hello?
you. Yes, am I audible? It is clearly audible.
What's going on?
It is audible.
Okay. Okay then. Good evening to all, dear students and aspirants in the further education, especially the botany, the plant science. You know, the plants that giving the life to us. Without the plant we can't. That giving the oxygen and food, shelter, got all the things now, but so many are neglecting the botany. We are living because of the plants, but we are neglecting the plants. Otherwise, if there is no plant, we have to carry the cylinders, oxygen cylinders on our back. We have to spend 30,000 above per day to inhale oxygen. Okay, we are very happy. You all chosen the botany as a main subject for further education and further research, further work. You all having the interest in the botany to study about the plants, the plant science, which are giving all the things to us, which capturing the energy from the sun. Okay, today we are going to discuss about one of the most important topic in the microbiology. You know, in the whole living biota, which one is the largest living biota? Which group of organisms? Do you know? Anyone can say? Which is the largest living biota?
Insects.
Can anybody? which is the
Sir, Anagar, your voice is very low. It is not clearly audible, please. Nagara, sir,
highest, which
your voice is not
organism
audible.
is having the highest number of very low. We all know which one is the largest living biota. Can anybody? The whole living organisms, which one is the largest living biota? Can anybody? Gayatri Devi, you are there.
Gayatri Madam ji,
Okay.
Good evening,
Okay,
sir.
everyone leave.
ఏది
Clear your level, sir. Voice clear లేదు.
లార్జెస్ట్ గ్రూప్ ఏదైనా అడుగుతున్నారు సార్?
Which is the largest group of living biota?
ఇన్సెక్టా?
Which is the largest group of living biota?
Insecta.
Insects, yes. Arthropoda insects is the largest group of living biota. And the second most largest living biota is fungi.
రీసౌండ్ వస్తుంది సార్.
Foremost is the insects. And the second largest group of living organism is what it is? Fungi. You know, we all know very well about it. The fungi is the second largest group of living biota. These are ubiquitous. You can find out anywhere in almost all the areas. You know, without the fungi, so many industries.
వాయిస్ రీసౌండ్ వస్తుంది సార్.
So many industries. So many types of the food we can't find. We can't get without the fungi. You know, the bakery. Bread. Total bakery item. Cake, whatever it is. It is preparing because of
Mucus.
what it is? Yeast. Because of yeast. Without the yeast, we can't prepare the bread, the cake, puff, whatever the bakery item. Bakery total become bekar without the fungi, yeast. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. You know Saccharomyces cerevisiae, why given? Saccharose, sugar, which grown on the carbohydrates, sugar components, glucose components. Saccharose, myces means mice. We all know already told you the myces. Mice means not the hello mice. Mice means the molds. Mushrooms. Molds are mushrooms. You know the white mold. Buzulu. White molds. White mold, black mold, pink mold. Various type of the molds are there now. Usually you might have seen so many times the molds on spoiled vegetables, fruits, bread, roti, whatever it is. Wherever the wet moisture is there we can find the molds within the 2 to 3 days where the moisture is there. The study about the fungi is called as
Mycology.
mycology. Yeah, mycology. Not my college, not yours college. Mycology. Okay, it is the study of mites. That means moles or mushrooms. Mites means moles or mushrooms. The study about the moles or mushrooms is called as mycology. Okay. You know the disease which caused by the fungi is called as, in the competitive exam they ask disease which caused by the fungi is called as mycosis. Mycosis. Diseases which caused by the fungi is called as mycosis. And you know the mycotoxins, uplotoxins, mycotoxins. You might have here so many times. Uplotoxins. You might have eaten mycotoxins, uplotoxins sometimes. You know the groundnut seeds. That groundnut seeds which are spoiled, which are wrinkled, which are very small, minute wrinkled groundnut seeds with the white layer that having the uplotoxins. With that, we get the dizziness, headache, and vomiting sensation, stomachache. Because it having the uplotoxins. Toxins means poisons, toxins, which are releasing from the mites. That means fungi. That's why it's called as mycotoxins. Mycotoxins. You know the what are the fungi? Do you know the definition? What are the fungi? What are the fungi? Fungi means fungi. Fungi means fungi are what are the fungi?
Not produce not sauce.
What are the fungi? Fungi are
ఆహార పదార్థాలను తయారు చేసుకోదు సార్.
Talophyte. No,
fungi are
it's a talophyte. Sir.
talophytes. Talophytes only fungi are there in the talophytes.
No, sir. Algae and fungi both are included in talophytes.
But I am asking especially the fungi. What's the difference between algae and fungi in the talophytes?
Algae has
This question also
chlorophyll.
raised.
Fungi does not
Algae
have
and fungi.
chlorophyll. Fungi are achlorophyllous.
Heterotrophs, sir.
Algae are autotrophs, fungi are heterotrophs. Algae having the chlorophyll, fungi having no chlorophyll.
No chlorophyll.
That means echlorophyllous. A means not, no. Echlorophyllous, eukaryotic, thallus-like organisms are echlorophyllous heterotrophic thallophytes. Echlorophyllous heterotrophic thallophytes are called as
Fungi.
Chlorophyllus
Fungi is
autotrophic
also eukaryotic, sir.
eukaryotes are algae. Chlorophyllus autotrophic eukaryotic.
And all talophytes
means
are
talophytes.
eukaryotes, sir.
What means?
All talophytes are eukaryotes, sir.
I am not able to hear you.
All talophytes are eukaryotes. This statement is
Yeah,
correct,
all
sir.
talophytes. That's why
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Chlorophyllus autotrophic thallophytes are algae. Echlorophyllus heterotrophic thallophytes are fungi. You should know the first definition. What it is. What are the algae? What are the fungi? What does it mean? Okay. Fungi, the question raised like that. Fungi are Echlorophyllus heterotroph or Chlorophyllus heterotroph or Chlorophyllus autotroph. Like that, they ask the question multiple times. These are Echlorophyllus heterotrophic thallophytes. You know the what does it mean, the autotrophs and heterotrophs?
ఆటోట్రాఫ్స్ అంటే స్వతంత్రంగా ఆహార పదార్థాలను తయారు చేసుకుంటే ఆటోట్రాఫ్స్.
Yes, producers. They produce their own food material. How they
హెట్రోట్రాఫ్
can produce? Because it having the chlorophyll.
క్లోరోఫిల్స్.
Heterotrophs means
ఫుడ్ మెటీరియల్ తయారు చేసుకోవు సార్, అవి హెట్రోట్రాఫ్స్.
They depend on another organism for food.
depend on others for their own food source, own food material.
ఓకే
How many types of the heterotrophs are there? Can anybody? How many types of the heterotrophs? Heterotrophs types. Saprophytes, parasites. You know the decomposers,
Decomposers.
natural scavengers. Which organisms are called as natural scavengers?
Decomposers.
Fungi, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperms are fungi plus bacteria, only bacteria, or only bryophytes, or only algae.
ఫంగై సార్.
Fungi plus bacteria. Bacteria also they decompose. They act as a scavenger. They clean the environment by decomposing the dead organic matter. Which grown on the dead organic matter? Organism which grown on the dead organic matter is called as
Decomposers.
decomposers. That we call as natural scavengers. You know who is the father of mycology? Simple, very simple to remember. Michaeli is the father of mycology. Michaeli, who has written the book. The book name also important. Sometimes they ask the question. Nova Plantarum Genera. Nova Plantarum Genera. Who is the father of modern mycology? Or also called as plant pathology. Father of plant pathology. Father of plant pathology, modern mycology, and then Dibari. Who is that? German scientist, and then Dibari, not Dibar. Okay, and then Dibari. And you know who is the father of Indian mycology? Father of Indian mycology.
జాన్ బట్టర్.
Edwin John Butler. You know he is the butler. You see here the butler, a Dickendall, and Michaeli. Three are there here in the picture. Could you able to see these three? Michaeli, Dibari, and Butler. Who is the father of Indian mycology? Or also called who is the father of Indian plant pathology? Plant pathology means
Diseases.
study about the plant diseases.
Plant diseases.
Plant diseases, plant pathology. Pathos means disease which caused to the plants. That means plant pathos. Study about that is plant pathology. Okay. You know, so many fungi which are very useful to us. Most prominent one, highly consumable. Nowadays, so many are adopted their food habitat to the bakery instead of homemade food. So many are depending on the bakery. You know, so many are eating the cake, pizza, burger. As like a Western people, Western people. As we are Eastern people, we are highly intellectual people, but we are forgetting our culture, we are losing our culture, we are neglecting our culture, we totally depend on Western culture, Western culture. They don't have this type of the food material, they don't have this type of the environmental condition, they don't have the different various spices to eat, cook. They don't have these type of the delicious foods. They don't have the optimum atmospheric condition to eat, to cook fresh food material. That's why they are eating preserved food materials, spoiled, wastage food material. But what we are feeling, those are the grapes. Okay. This is not our topic now. It is general. But for your consciousness. Okay, for your consciousness, this is the very important, because of the yeast, the bakery, and you know the beverages, beer, brandy, whiskey, wine, alcohol, sarai. That also because of the yeast, because of the fermentation, you know, anaerobic respiration.
Yes, sir.
Anaerobic respiration. Aerobic, anaerobic. Anaerobic means
No utilizing of oxygen.
what it is?
Without oxygen.
Without oxygen. Yeah. No oxygen. Unoxygenized conditions. With that unoxygenized conditions, they ferment and it converting the carbohydrate into, in the fermentation process, what are the end products? What are the end products of the fermentation? What are the end products of the anaerobic respiration?
Alcohol, sir.
Alcohol and
Carbon
carbon
dioxide.
dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
You know, because of the carbon dioxide only, we could able to make bread, cake, puff. The heat gas that is coming from by the fermentation that form the bubbles. That bubbles form the air space gaps. You know, and the alcohol, you know very well. Due to this fermentation reaction, millions of the people, they are surviving, and millions of the people, they are earning billion, trillions because of the simple yeast, small organism. The simple small organism it causing to earn. You know, our Telangana government also depend on beverages, alcohol. Okay, our all the schemes are getting run because of this yeast. You know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you know the other one is penicillium. You know, who invented the penicillin first?
Alexander Fleming.
Alexander
It is
Fleming.
invention or discovery?
Discovery.
Discovery.
Invented.
Invention. Huh?
Discovery means okay, that we will discuss in the economic importance of the fungi. Now we are discussing the general characters. Okay, this all we will discuss in the economic importance of the fungi. You know the mushrooms, that also fungi. You know the mushrooms very well. Now in the even every supermarket we could able to get, in every restaurant also we could able to get the mushrooms, mushroom curry, mushroom biryani, mushroom chips, mushroom, that very delicious food. These are the vegetable meat. You know the vegetable meat having the more proteins than the meat. Okay, and in our competitive exam point of view, who is the father of mycology? Kelly. Who is the father of modern mycology? Anton de Bari. These are very important points. Who is the father of Indian mycology?
Edwin Butler.
Who is that? Butler. Okay. And then You know the fungal body, fungus body is called as
Thallus.
thallus. Fungal vegetative body or fungal vegetative structure is called as thallus. Okay. What is the basic structure of the fungi? What is the basic structure unit of the fungi?
Molds. Yeasts.
Hyphae. You know the hyphae. Hyphae, which are needle-like or filamentous-like structures. Filamentous-like structures are called as hyphae. Tube-like or filamentous-like. You know the structural unit of fungi. The hyphae. The question raised like that. What is the structural unit of the fungi? What is the structural unit of the fungi? Hyphae. You know what is the structural and functional unit of the ecology? Structural and functional unit of the ecology. What is? You forgot ecology. Huh? We are in mycology, so you forgot ecology. Huh? Ecosystem is the structural and functional unit of the ecology. Here the structural unit of the fungi is called as hyphae. What it is? Hyphae. You know the network of the hyphae is called as mycelium. That's why fungal body is called as mycelium. Fungal body is called as mycelium. So study about this mycelium fungal body is called as mycology.
Mycology.
Study about these myceliums. That means network of the hyphae is called as mycelium. Study about these myceliums is called as mycology. You know the eukarpic, holokarpic fungi. All the eukarpic fungi are filamentous and holokarpic fungi are single cellular organisms. You know the yeast, Elpidium, Chytridium, yeast, Elpidium, which among is the holokarpic fungi? The question is like that. Which among is the holokarpic fungi? Holokarpic means you should know the meaning of it. Then only you can guess the correct answer. Holokarpic means all organisms which are there in single cell. All. That means the reproductive organs and the vegetative structure, that all are there in the single cell. Holokarpic. Eukarpic means it having the filaments, is having the separate structure for the vegetative and reproductive organs. Okay. Which among is not the holokarpic fungi? Yeast, Chytridium, Elpidium, Penicillium. Which one? Which is not holokarpic fungi? I am asking the question. Which is not holokarpic fungi? Yeast, Chytridium, Elpidium, Penicillium.
Penicillium. Penicillium.
Penicillium is the filamentous fungi, the mycelious fungi. Okay. You know the mycelium is having the two types, the septate and aseptate. Septate and aseptate. Aseptate mycelium is present in. Can anybody give the example for the aseptate fungi?
Yeast.
Aseptate. Yeast is holokarpic, na? Septate, aseptate, these are there in the mycelial fungi. Eukarpic.
Syncytium.
You know the rhizopus, mucor, zygomastous fungi.
Yes, sir.
Bread mold, black mold, pin mold. Which fungi is called as a bread mold, black mold, or fin mold? Rhizopas, mucor. You know the mucormycosis? Have you heard the term mucormycosis? Mucormycosis. Mycosis means, I already told you, mycosis means disease caused by fungi. It's called as mycosis. Which fungi? Mucor. Fungal disease causing by the mucor. That's why mucormycosis. You know the corona time, so many are get affected with the mucormycosis. Their eyes, skin,
Yes,
all the
yes.
parts are get damaged. The blood vessels are damaged. So many are died because of the mucor attack. Those who are diabetic, affected with the corona, also get affected with the mucor. With that mucor, so many are died. You know, mucor actually it is a saprophytic fungi. It is not the parasite. The saprophytic fungi. It is not the parasite. It don't cause death actually. Due to heavy carbohydrates in the body that attract that mucus, that damage the total cell blood vessels. Okay. And you know which fungi having the cenocytic thallus? Cenocytic means actually what it is?
Accepted. Septas are absent. Multinucleated condition.
Multinucleate, acceptate, multinucleate, acceptate, and multinucleate thallus is called as cenocytic. What it is? Cenocytic thallus. Cenocytic. Okay, that you should remember that whatever what I asked the acceptate, that all cenocytic. Majority of the zygomycotin of fungi. Okay, Rhizopas, mucor, Syncytium, Chytridium, so many are there. Okay, the cenocytic. Cenocytic thallus means acceptate, multinucleate hyphae. Okay, and then where it is not going this side. Okay, and the septa, what we are discussing, septa. Septa means
Cross walls.
Cross walls.
Cross walls that are present in the mycelium.
In the mycelium is called as septa. Cross walls in the mycelium is called as septa. The cross wall septa types are there, especially two types that is very important in the competitive exam also. Simple porous septa and dolichous septa. Simple porous septa are present in Ascomycetes fungi, Aspergillus, Penicillium, Phaeacia, like this. You see here, the simple pore is there in between the two cells of the hyphae. Here, could you able to see this? Here, where it is? Okay. Here you can see the simple pore. The small gap is there in the septa. That is called as simple porous septa. With the simple porous, it exchanges the cell made whatever the cytoplasm nucleus from one cell to other cell in the hyphae, mycelium. That simple porous septa are present in Ascomycetes fungi. Okay, and the next is dolichous septa. It having the paranthrozomes, that means as like a coconut chambers, jars, as like a jar, large jar-like structures. You see here the two paranthrozomes. It occupying the pore space, having the empty space in between the two paranthrozomes. It all look like a jar, flask or jar-like structure. That's why you call that dolly 4. Dolly 4 septa. This is barrel shape or cylinder structure. Barrel shape or cylinder structure around the septa that are dolly 4 septa, which are present in Basidiomycotina fungi. Dolly 4 septa are present in
Basidiomycotina.
Ascomycotina, Basidiomycotina, Deuteromycotina.
Basidiomycotina.
Basidiomycotina. Simple porous septa are present in
Asst.Mycotina.
Ascomycotina. Yes, these two you have to remember. Simple porous septa are present in Ascomycotina. Dolly porous septa are present in Deuteromycotina. You know the other things, clamp connections. Clamp connections are present in bypass, highways, outer ring road. Clamp connections. It's having the hairpin-like structure which connect two cells by bypass, not within the cell, from the outside of the cell. Hairpin-like structures that are clamp connections. That clamp connections are present in Basidiomycotina. You know, crow's ears, sickle shape, curved, typical structure. That also present in not Basidiomycotina, Ascomycotina. Okay. One more thing very important is fungal cell wall is made up of with cellulose, chitin, pectin. What is
Chitin. Fungal cellulose.
also called fungal cellulose? Okay, but in the oomae stage, especially in the Deuteromycona oomae stage, cellulose made up of it. Cellulose. Cell wall is made up of it. Cellulose. Especially in the lower fungi, Masticomycotinous fungi. You know the zoosporic fungi. Which group of fungi is called as zoosporic fungi? Do you have an idea? Only one group of fungi which having the flagella. Except that group, no other group of the fungi having the flagella. Which one? Which group it is? Here it is there in the screen share. Which group? Mastigomycotina. The lower fungi. Mastigomycotina fungi is called as zoosporic fungi, which having the flagella. With that, it can move as like Jew animals. That's why zoosporic fungi. The competitive exam they ask, which among is a zoosporic fungi? Mastigomycotina, Zygomycotina, Ascomycotina, Basidiomycotina, Deuteromycotina. Which one? Mastigomycotinous fungi is called as zoosporic fungi. The only Mastigomycotina group it having the flagella. No Zygomycotina, Ascomycotina, Basidiomycotina, Deuteromycotina fungi having the flagella. Okay, that you should remember. Okay, the fungal stain is that means with the which stain we can evaluate the fungi quickly. Which stain? You know the cotton blue. Cotton blue is a stain to observe the fungi. We use the cotton blue stain to observe the fungi, to identify to see the fungi under the microscope. Blue in color. So you can easily identify the fungal thallus, mycelium, with that stain. What does it? What is the stain which we use for the fungal staining?
Cotton blue.
Lactophenol cotton blue.
We use how many are there? Only 12. Net connection gone. Huh? Are you able to hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, which stain?
Cotton.
Cotton blue.
Cotton. Cotton blue. Cotton blue is a stain which we use for the staining of your nails, huh?
Fungi.
Fungi.
Fungi. For the quick observation of the fungi. Okay. Why? Especially the chitin, which observe the cotton blue. That's why it's easy to observe, easy to identify,
Blue.
easy to evaluate. Okay. And you know, some of the fungi are dimorphic. Dimorphic means
Single cell to filamentous.
it will be look like the different structures, the both the types of the structures. That means as an holocarpic as well as eucarpic. That means as a single cell structure and as also as a mycelial structure. That example is Histoplasma capsulatum. Histoplasma capsulatum is the example for the dimorphic fungi. Which among is the dimorphic fungi? They ask the question.
Histoplasma capsulatum.
You know, the mycelium also having the different homokaryotic and heterokaryotic. That means if the mycelia having the identical nuclei, all the nuclei are similar, same as like that are homokaryotic. The mycelia having the different genetic constituents that are called as heterokaryotic. The multinucleate I already told you. Sinusoidic are called as multinucleate. The fungal cell wall is made up with chitin, I already told you. And also difference between the algae and fungi also I already told you. What is the reserve food material of the fungi? Most important, fungal cell wall is made up of it. Fungal reserve food material is fungi are. These are the most important questions. Reserve food material of the fungi is starch.
Glycogen, sir.
Yes, glycogen. Very good. Starch is the reserve food material in
Algae.
Algae.
yes. Not only in algae, most of the plants.
Yes.
Photosynthesis.
But in the bacteria, fungi, the reserve food material is
Glycogen.
Glycogen.
glycogen, oil glands, oil granules, glycogens, not the glucose, glycogen. Okay,
Okay, sir.
that is the most important. Cell wall, reserve food material, and you know these also most important question. Where it is the only plus? Okay. And you can see the hypal modifications. You know the parenchyma and what it is? Prosenchyma.
Prosenchyma.
You see the two types of the parenchyma, prosenchyma and pseudoparenchyma types. If the mycelia, that means hyphal network, if it is loosely packed tissue-like structure, that is called as
Prosenchyma.
Prosenchyma. Okay. If the mycelia tightly coiled in the mycelium, that means intertwined, then one upon other, it tightly coiled. That type of the mycelium is called as pseudoparenchyma. Pseudoparenchyma. And one more thing is rhizomorphs. Rhizomorph means, rhizo means
Root-like structures.
Root-like structure. Rhizoids,
That
roots.
means structure as like root-like structures. If it having the root-like structure, mycelium is called as rhizomorph. You know one of the best example for the rhizomorph? Armillaria milia. You know, flying agaric. In the competitive exam, they asked the question, flying agaric is flying mushroom. You know, you might have seen in the so many pictures, some other especially pictures in the night time while going, we having the lights on the earth, small blinking lights. It's not because of the miniguru purugu, you know, not that. Because of the Armillaria milia, the flying agaric, that eliminate the lights. That's why in the dark night also, where the Armillaria is there, that forest area will be lightened as like a moonlight. You know the flying agaric is the Armillaria. What it is?
Milia.
Okay. And then the next, the sclerosium. You know the where one of the best example, Sclerosium rolfsi, Claviceps purpurea. The Claviceps purpurea sclerosium is there now. That ergot. You know the ergot disease. Ergot. That caused by the Claviceps purpurea. You know the ergot disease. Ray ergot in the ray crop. Because ergot disease. And you know the another structure is oppressorium, where the compressed structure, where the swollen structure with the germ tubes is called as oppressorium. These are present especially in the, you know, the Capropillus fungi. Which is the Capropillus fungi? Capropillus means?
Growing on dung.
Dung.
Pezeza.
Which grown on dung. Cow dung, whatever the animal, cattle dung. Capropillus fungi. One of the example is Pezaiza. Okay, one more important. In the parasitic fungi, the special structures which to anchor and to absorb the nutrition from the host is Hastoria. The most important one, Hastoria, which are useful to absorb and to anchor, to absorb the nutrition and to anchor the host. The special structure, finger-like projections, special structures. So many various types of the structures are there. the Haustoria type. Finger shape, bunched, swollen, vesicle size. So many types are there, which to absorb the nutrition and to anchor the host. That is,
Haustoria.
it is Haustoria. Haustorias are present in which group of fungi? Saprophyte or symbiont or in the parasite? Which group of fungi? Saprophytic fungi, symbiotic fungi, parasitic fungi?
Parasitic fungi, sir.
Only in
Parasitic.
parasitic fungi. Only in the parasitic fungi to absorb the nutrients from the host. Haustorias are present. Okay. And the next structure is stroma, the cushion-like structure. And you know rhizoids? Rhizoids. Rhizoids are present in rhizoids.
Chytridiomyces.
Root-like structure, root-like filaments. You see the structures so that you can easily, you see here, the rhizoids, the root-like structures. You see how it is, the root-like structures, rhizoids. The rhizomops, you see how it is, the root-like structures. And you know sclerosia, what I told you, the sclerosia in the claviceps, the rare, especially rare gut disease. And you see the sporangiospores here in the mucor rhizopus. And you see the Haustorias, how it is, you see Haustoria, the finger-like projections which are enter inside the host whether in intercellular or intracellular. Intercellular space, it occupied with the finger-like projections that are called as what it is? Haustorium, to anchor and to absorb the nutrition. You see the Haustorium, the types, vesicles type and fingers-like structures, various type of the Haustorias are there. Okay. And you know, I already told you the based upon the nutrition, the fungi, two types of the fungi, saprophytes
Parasites.
and
Parasitic.
Parasitic.
parasites. The most of the fungi
Majority
are
of the
saprophytes.
saprophytes.
Most of the fungi are,
Parasites.
come to exam, they ask, the most of the fungi are saprophytes, parasites, symbionts, what it is, all the above.
Saprophytes.
Most of the fungi are saprophytes. Okay, most of the fungi are not harmful. Very few are harmful. Very few cause the diseases to the plants, animal, human beings. But it benefit to all of us, for the plants, for the animals, for the human beings. You know the parasites, again types are there now. What are those?
Two types.
Obligate parasites, facultative parasites. And even saprophytes also two types. Obligate saprophytes and facultative saprophytes. Obligate parasites means the complete exam, the most important question.
These
Which
are the
among
fungi
is the
can
obligate
grow on the
parasite?
host organism
That's
only.
the question. Puccinia, Fusarium, Albugo, like that they ask the question. Pythium, Pedaptera. Which among is the obligate parasite? Or which among is the facultative parasite? Which is not the facultative parasite? Which is not the obligate parasite? Like that they ask the question. The most important, you have to remember what does it mean, the obligate parasite? Fungi, whatever it is, the parasite which survive only upon the host. If the host is not there, they can't survive. That are obligate parasite. Okay. They can survive only as a parasite. They can't survive as a saprophyte. They can't survive as a decomposer. They can't survive as a symbiont. If the host is present, then only it will be live. Otherwise, it will die. The best example is Puccinia. You know the rust, wheat rust disease. Wheat rust caused by
Vaccine.
caused by Gayatriya, Vijay Kumara, Madhua. Oh, by whom?
Puccinia.
Puccinia. White rust. White rust caused by wheat rust caused by Puccinia. Okay. White rust caused by wheat white. You don't confuse. White rust.
You still out.
Albugo.
Albugo. Yes. You still have go. Albugo. Cystopus. Also called as Cystopus or Albugo. White rust of crucifers. You have studied in the first year, first sem. White rust of crucifers. White rust of most of the leafy vegetables. White rust, wheat rust. Okay, wheat rust causing fungi, Puccinia is an obligate parasite. If the host is not there, they can't survive. That's why we could able to grow on the wheat. You know the K.C. Mehta? K.C. Mehta. Who is that? You have studied in the first year, first sem. K.C. Mehta. The most important question now it is the Puccinia life cycle or wheat rust life cycle. The Puccinia life cycle is called as what type of the life cycle it is? Heteroecious type of life cycle, also called as macrocyclic life cycle. Macrocyclic life cycle is present in heteroecious life cycle. Why we call it heteroecious? Why we are calling as a macrocyclic? It having the very large life cycle. It having the 5 various type of the spores. What are those 5 types of the spores? Can anybody? What are those 5 type of the spores which are producing by Puccinia?
Crystalticium, pericicium, apopicium, pseudoticium.
Iridospore, tilidospores, basidospores, esiospores, spores. What type of the spores? Which spores are producing on the wheat? Which spores producing on the barberry? Which is the primary host of the Puccinia? Which is the secondary host or alternate host of the Puccinia? So many questions are there, especially from the Puccinia. Very, very important it is. Penicillium, Puccinia, yeast. Anusha.
Wheat flour.
What is the primary host?
Barberry.
Primary host is barberry. Primary host means you should know the meaning. Then only you can write the correct answer.
Give the shelter to the plant. For the organism. A plant that gives the shelter to the organism that is the host.
Plant.
Give the shelter to the any organism.
Any organism.
Okay, that means infective organism. That is the host.
It means you are saying a universal truth. Plants giving shelter to all organisms. Huh? What does it means? Where the sexual spores are released, or where the majority of the life cycle is depend, that is the primary host. The alternate or secondary host, to carry out their life cycle, it needs the secondary host or alternate host. You know, the Barberry is the weed. If you remove the Barberry weeds or any weed crops nearby wheat, we can control the wheat rust. And you know the Casey Mehta study? Yeah, studied on the wheat rust. How the wheat spores are, that means iridospores spreading from north to south to north because of the monsoons. By the monsoons. That's why by stopping the cultivation, one area up to 1 to 2 years, they could able to control the wheat rust. That's why even nowadays also, the southern part, we are not cultivating the wheat more. Only northern people are cultivating. This is also one of the best cultivation method to control the disease, wide spreading of the disease. Okay, we are going outside of this topic. Huh? The obligate parasite means which grown only upon the host. If host is not there, they can't survive. That are obligate parasites. Facultative parasites means, though these are the, what does it means? Actually, they are the saprophytes. That means they decompose the dead organic matter. But if the specific host is present, they also act as a parasite. That are Pythium, Fusarium, Phytopthera. You know the Phytopthera? Phytopthera is called great famine.
Bangaladumpa.
Phytopthera, famine. Which one it is?
Potato.
Huh? Ireland famine, late blight of potato. Ireland famine caused by, so many famines are there that we will discuss in the economic importance of the fungi. Ireland famine, Bengal famine, Sri Lanka famine, huh? Like that, so many French famine. So many famines are caused by the fungi. Single organism that affected all countries. The cause food starvation. Okay, and then next saprophytes also again facultative saprophytes. That means actually they are the parasites, but even if there is no host, they also can survive as a saprophytes. That are facultative saprophytes. Okay, and the symbionts means symbionts.
Fungi grow on the other organisms like lichens, mycorrhiza.
Yes.
They mutually benefited. Each organism, both the organism mutually benefited. That type of the association is called as
Symbionts.
symbiotism. That organism are called as symbionts. What are the symbionts? You know the lichens, the mycorrhiza,
Organ fungi.
lichens are the symbiotic association of
Fungi with other organisms.
algae plus
Lichen.
fungi,
Algae
algae
plus
plus
fungi.
bacteria,
Algae and fungi.
bacteria,
Algae and fungi, sir.
or algae based bryophytes.
In legumes, root nodules of plants.
Huh?
Algae and fungi.
Algae plus fungi. Okay, heliotism that we already studied now. Heliotism, master and slave, symbiotism, dual nature. That we already studied the lichens. Okay, it is a symbiotic association of algae and fungi. And you know the mycorrhiza means? Mics means? Hello, mics. Huh?
Myco means fungi, sir. The study of
Fungi.
called
Rhiza means
Fungi dependent
roots,
fungi which are associated with the roots,
roots.
higher
like
plants,
Pinus, Cycas.
are called as mycorrhiza. The mycorrhiza is the largest network than our telephonic network, than our wireless network, than our telecommunication network. Mycorrhiza is the largest network in the land. In the land. You know,
Associated
the
with higher
very
plants.
widespread millions of the kilometers, the mycorrhiza spreads as it interconnects the plant's roots, one plant with others. It communicates among the plants and among the organisms which are there in the earth, land. The largest networking system, the mycorrhiza, fungi which are associated with the roots of the higher fungi. You know the mycorrhiza types? Mycorrhiza types. Ectomycorrhiza, endomycorrhiza, so many types are there now. Corticoid mycorrhiza, vascular, arbuscular mycorrhiza, VAM. VAM we are used as a biofertilizer now. AM, arbuscular mycorrhiza. You know, other one is predaceous fungi. The most important is also a topic, predaceous fungi. That means fungi which capture the animals. That means insects, mites, thrips, whatever it is. It kill the insects, mites, nematodes, thrips that are called as predaceous fungi, especially arthropods, Bavaria. These all are predaceous fungi which grown on animals. Okay, and you know which also grown on nematodes, and you know the trichoderma. Biopesticide. Trichoderma we are using as a biopesticide. Fusarium, trichoderma. Okay. Oh, 9 is 9, huh? Shall we stop, huh? We will discuss tomorrow. Huh? Reproduction.
Thank you.
And
Sir,
also
very-
having the
very live
economic
session, sir.
most important topic, economic importance also is there that we will discuss.
Okay. So, my dear friends, any queries or any doubts
Any doubts,
regarding
any
of
questions
this
after
classes?
this topic?
So, this is a live class, my dear friends. So, better you have to listen SARS class. Regarding of this class, you have any doubt, please ask our respected Nagaraj sir.
Could you able to understand how the questions raised from this topic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Nice.
In the competitive point of view, how to don't read, don't think it as a theory. As a theory, you already written. Now you are going to write the competitive exam, multiple choice. question point of view, question answer point of view.
Yes, sir. Nice, sir.
Sir,
Every
can you share
para
the
while you are reading,
PPT?
you have to keep in mind how the question raised like that in this para. Don't read like a para, as like a Ramayana, as like Mahabharata. Okay.
Sir, can you share the PPT?
Yeah, I will say.
Thank you, sir.
Here after these lessons, I also organize the exam also with the multiple choice questions from the microbiology, lichens, fungi, bacteria, virus, actinomycetes, mycoplasma, from this all the topics. Okay, after completion of these topics. Okay, so that you get an idea how the questions raising from these topics. So that while reading, while going through these topics, you catch the main points. Okay.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Okay, is it okay? Any doubt, any clarifications needed?
Okay, sir, no doubt. Thank you.
How many are there? 14.
They are enjoying your class, sir. Very live session, very live class, and live examples of these are all very important area which are comes under your CPGET and also even though other competitive exams, my dear friends. So better each and every point is very, very important of SARS class. Okay. Thank you, my dear Nagaraju brother Garu. Thank you very much. Tomorrow, same time?
Yeah, evening time only.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Sir. Sir.
Okay. Right.